take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it along.
Westgate Resort and Spa here just off the Strip of Las Vegas. I spent a little time walking the Strip today. I walked about 4 miles, Phil, and I think I'm going to start a little business here. If I can get a little plot of land somewhere about midway through the Strip, I'm going to start a little place where I just provide powder for people, because I'm going to call it the Chafe Station. And the funny thing is, and I know this from every time I've been to Vegas, you see something off in the distance going, I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to walk over and look at that. And you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, and it just never seems like it's getting any closer.
It seems like it's going away. But, hey, and to get to my hotel room, that's 4 miles. I'm going to tell you that right now.
This is a massive complex at the Westgate here, the Paradise Ballroom. We've been having a great time, great cornhole competition here at the American Cornhole Organization. The last down and back has been given now to Lane Cruse and Riley Brewster. Now, Riley Brewster comes in as the higher seed, running out of the blue lane as the number 4 seed. Lane Cruse out of the red lane. And Lane, I will tell you, every single time that I've been in here, whether we were setting up or getting ready to set up something else or whatever, he has been over here on this center court warming up and playing. And he and Brock Beasley, I've seen a lot of them pitching over here, and it is rapid fire, these two.
Yeah, they're going to fire. And I'll tell you, Lane Cruse, he won last weekend, Major. And I did pick him to win this weekend's Major, because he is a man that's that hot. And he's been playing really, really well. He comes from the same area I come from, so I get to see him a lot. And he's going to try that roll shot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
when you talk about the different types of shots and the different kinds of pitches, look how hard and fast that bag comes out of Lane's hands, and it's just with a flick of the wrist. I mean, his wrist is, because he kind of stops it almost at his hip. He shoots from the hip a little bit with that right hand. They're giving their final instruction here to find out if they're ready to bring it. We'll turn things over to Frank Ears.
Yeah.
Red Lane, are you ready?
Bring it, baby. Here we go.
I believe Riley said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think Lane said, get out of my way. All right, so Riley takes that first bag, leaves it hang out just a little bit to the left, and Lane.
That's a good block.
Takes an opportunity to take advantage of that. But, boy, I'll tell you, with the pace
that was a nice shot.
He
tried to go around that.
He really tried to do that. What do you call that? That get-around shot.
There it is right there,
There it was right there.
Let's see if he shoots the airmail. You don't see him shoot too many airmails. He could won this one right here.
Boom! How about that? And that was on a frozen rope. There was no arch to that whatsoever. I'm surprised it didn't cut the board in half. It came in like a buzzsaw.
Like 3 feet high.
Wow.
Airmail. And let me tell you something. I gotta give Lane Cruse a lot of credit here. He came out 3-4 years ago. Came out, attitude, mad every game he loses, and throwing bags and stuff. And he has really turned out to be a fine young man. And I had a talk with him earlier today, and he says it's always good to hear people tell me that I've turned things around, and it's, and that's nice. The juniors, they tend to be a little more competitive and get a little madder.
Look at that! Oh man, almost shot that through the backdrop right there off the top of the pile of bags that have been set up, and you got to wonder if there's a roll shot coming. But he's going in hard. Oh boy, how about that?
He's happy.
That was a monster shot right there, and there it is. Oh, up and over. He tried to get up and over it, but he didn't, so he gave up 4.
Yeah,
that's going to double Lane's lead from 4-0 to 8-0. But, you talk about that maturation process. We've seen that we've seen that with some of our older players.
Absolutely.
This is a very much a it is the governing body of the sport of cornhole, but it is a self-governing organization.
That's right.
And it's not uncommon for someone in this organization to step to somebody and go, look, man,
Dude.
we're here for this reason, not for that reason.
Yeah.
And it does make a difference. Most problems are always solved from the inside out.
That's right.
Anytime that somebody's found themselves in a situation where they need to be addressed, it's almost always addressed from the inside out from within the organization, and that's always great to see.
You know, my buddy Mark Smothers, he'll tell you, man, he had the worst attitude ever. Oh,
look
did
at
you see that shot?
A roll and then a little scuba shot right there off the backside. Then all bunched up, he left the hole wide open. And
He did.
unbelievably, Riley's not able to take advantage of that
I think
opportunity.
he got 4 out of that.
No, but he
Yeah.
should have had that one up the front, I think.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of space up there. I would have thought for sure he had that, but he cuts the lead from 8-0 to 8-4, so he
Man, these kids
Halves it.
work these bags, man, and it drives me crazy. They do so much stuff with them. That shot Riley Brewster made a minute ago was not an easy shot.
No, not at all. Not in the least.
Yeah.
All right, so these guys are playing at a whole different speed. Now, you see that bag hit the very front of the board and
Yeah.
make itself way to the back of the board.
That's right. A little slick.
Just slick as the day is long on the slick side of that bag. Boy, and that's a
And
missed opportunity right there for Lane Cruse.
He's throwing the BG bags. It's a carpet bag, and you know, a little looser bag probably would have went in right there. But they can do so much with those bags. Those bags will roll by themselves.
Well, and if you watch, if you're able to see on the camera shot the grip, and the grip has so much to do with it, and that's one of those things where it has everything to do with your rotation, the speed of your rotation. We have some that we see that come in, like I said, like a circular saw blade, some that just
Good
come
bag.
in like a spaceship landing flat on the board. But the goal is to get it in there to land flat and have a little bit more control. But look at the thumb grip that Riley's got coming back, and that's going to
even this game up right
a
there.
nice 4 spot right there. And Lane leaving 4 up on top, up on the wooden sunroof, as our buddy Jay Boogie likes to refer to it.
Yeah.
That's going to cost him the lead, and they're going to be back to square. We're looking at a 13-point game.
That's right. That's what I always like to say. Game to 13 here.
And see that grip that he's got with the thumb in that right hand there. And now Lane has his bag. He starts his bag kind of vertically in his hand, lays it out flat, and he almost throws it. It's almost like an overhand spin.
These guys are wasting no time. They just rear back and fire.
Yeah, it's like they've got somewhere to be.
Yeah. Where you gonna be? Can't go to the casino. They're not old enough.
Boy, and they are not afeared, as they say, of these big
and he tried
pileups.
to roll that. That was nice. And we got a pile of mess finally.
There it is. That's the official term, the pile of mess. That's nicely cleaned up there to the right. Lane
and
comes
that's
up and
3
over and
more,
leaves one. That's going to
5.
be a 5 spot.
Yeah. 2 4s and a 5.
All right, so 8-0 quickly becomes 13-8.
Yeah.
And Lane is going to have to, well, we'll find out, as you mentioned. We'll find out exactly where that maturation process is as he fights his way back from underneath. He's sitting in the king seat. He has to be, well, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he has to
He
be
does
double
have to
dip.
be double dipped, doesn't he, by Riley?
Yeah.
Riley took out Spencer Garner earlier in the elimination
That's right.
bracket. Spencer, a very good player in his own right.
Scott Mitchell told me Spencer was going to win, you know, and all I can tell you, prove me wrong.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
We might have a T-shirt in the making
that's
right
right.
there.
Prove me wrong. Riley was a nice 4-back. Grab at least 2. Yes, sir.
He is. Yes, he is.
Now, let me tell you something. Last year before last, this game would be over for Lane Cruse. Let's see if he can dig down. And I think he can, I'll be honest with you.
Well, and what's fascinating, too, is this game will be over, whether there's a second game or not.
Yeah.
But this game will be over before, I think, Paul Schrader and Bob Heil
Took the warm-ups.
Yeah, did 2 warm-ups down and backs. What you hear in the background is the
Quads running.
sound of the quads tournament running. Yes, exactly. Here in the ACO Major Championship, Las Vegas, Nevada, the Westgate Resort and Spas, where we have been calling home all week long. We've got a great night of cornhole tonight and another tomorrow night here on the Stadium Sports Network. Appreciate having you along.
We'll be right here in a loaded field again.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of great players here.
Coming in low and hot, just trying to pile them up. Oh, and he does. He gets it up there, and he's got another one just barely hanging on, and that should do it. Oh, he's almost cleaned up the entire, what do you call that?
The pile of mess right there,
but that's going to yield a couple more there for Riley, the number 4 seed, 17-8 over top of
Now, what's that called? They call him the Rooster,
Lane
don't they?
Cruse.
Rooster. Yeah.
That would make sense, Rooster.
Yeah. He's playing really well right now.
All right, well, he's going to have to be able to carry this over into a second victory if he hopes to take the Juniors Championship here in Vegas. And I'll tell you, we've had lots of great just different things going on while we've been here in Vegas as well. We've got all kinds of, cool stuff, vendors and so on and so forth. And it's just been a lot of fun to be here this entire week. And this just looks like, like almost every frame has looked. And then all of a sudden this somewhat explosive grenade comes in and blows up the whole pile.
Somebody's fixing to throw one about 200 miles an hour if we put the radar gun on.
Yeah, we may want to warn the people down on the other end of the room that this could be coming in hot.
Yeah.
And Lane's beverage may find itself in a different zip code.
Scoreboard. We got to watch our scoreboard up there too.
Sitting up there, sitting up there in the drink holder. Another ACO innovation, by the way. Oh, he's going to come up and over and just set it there. Nicely done.
He did, and
he did.
That's good. Now Lane's going to come back and see what he can do with these 2 bags.
All right, now how many timeouts are they allowed in any given match? 2?
2.
All right.
They both taking 1 each.
Each is taking 1, and this is interesting that Riley didn't even go down to look because it doesn't matter what he thinks and what's going to happen
think Lane
next.
can get all these bags right here. I've seen him make this shot before now.
Got the thumb. He's got the grip. He's got it laid down. He's coming in hot.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Oh, you almost heard an explosion when that hit. That came in 18 inches off the ground and was just unbelievable. And all of that
That's another
to do nothing.
Another one of those
Isn't that crazy?
Great shots that were the results are 0.
Yeah, it's crazy. All of that for a wash.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's what's so great about our sport, you know? I mean, that kid just made one heck of a shot and got nothing out of it.
Well, I was able to achieve nothing out of it.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing. And we talk about that. You say get nothing out of it. That can be a good thing.
Well, he achieved
He
the
didn't give up
wash.
anything.
Yeah.
He didn't give up anything. He got nothing, and he was happy to get it.
Now, Riley only needs 4 right here.
Yep.
And I think Lane has to go in with all these.
You got to get them all in there and pull them in. And it's
2. It's a 2
I was
spot.
say it's not going to. I'm just waiting to kind of give it the full nooning, and it's not going to drop.
I do not know how he got around those bags right there, man, without taking them in. These kids, I love them, and I hate them.
But you're going to have to contend with them.
That's right.
Because they can only play for about, as we've determined, 60 more years.
Yeah.
So they will be playing seniors when they're 2 far younger and better looking commentators sitting here at this table.
I hope they'll come up and say, I remember that big guy.
I remember that big guy who did not pick me to win.
That's right.
I remember that guy.
I proved him wrong.
It's coming in low and hot right there. It's a nice bag by Riley because it pushes that bag by Lane off to the backside where all he can do is use it as a backstop.
Riley's going to try to get that bag on the
He's
left.
going to try to get it. No, he kind of followed Lane, and Lane's just going to follow both, and there they are.
Another pressure shot. He had to go in. He can't make a mistake right now.
No, he can't. But he does have the luxury of knowing he has to be beaten twice.
Yeah.
Something else. These two are getting the bags out faster than anyone I've ever seen play the game.
Yeah, I'm going to take them with me when I play. Hey, come on, get my bags out for me.
Instead of getting one of those things with the claw on the bottom, you're just going to have them do your bag grabbing.
You know, our buddy Mike Schaefer had one of those when we had to play with COVID.
Yes, he did.
He brought it out to got his bag. Not a bad idea.
Boy, and God bless our buddy Mike Schaefer, the Bulldog. He is an ACO legend, and he and his family right now, Mike, know that our thoughts are with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you and having an opportunity to celebrate with you come the end of April. Oh, what a shot. That was almost
1 point for Riley. And that one, he
an
makes
alley-oop
another
slam.
great shot.
Yeah, really a pretty amazing line drive shot. And again, if he misses that, if he bounces it off, it's going through the backstop.
And
but
the game
he really
is
is
over.
able to get it to stop and do what it needs to do. And it's almost a plunger of a shot.
That's
But to
true.
finish that thought on Schaefer, we're looking forward to getting together with you and your family and celebrating the Bulldog and all things Bulldog with
Absolutely.
you toward the end of April, buddy. Our thoughts
What
are
a
with you and your
competitor,
family.
man.
Yes,
What
sir.
a competitor.
All right, that's going to get cleaned up. Yep. And
There's that mistake.
little bit of a mistake that he
Yeah.
could not afford to make, and this is going to cost him the game,
Yeah,
I do
that's
believe.
gonna be it.
That's going to do it. That's going to do it. All right, well, he
Yeah.
finishes with the line drive airmail, but that's going to put the first game in the books for Riley Brewster, 20-8 over top of the 5 seed. Michael Lane Cruse, he was working out of the king seat, so
Yeah.
20-8 is going to be game 1, but the double dip is in play. So Riley's
Yeah.
got to beat him one more time, and again, we will have both of these games out from under us
Yeah.
and a champion crowned in less time than it took Bob Heil
That's right.
to take down Paul Schrader.
Yeah.
These guys are right back into it. No time wasted, no down and back, no more
Yeah.
practice shots are coming in hot and
Nice bag right there.
low.
I don't think Riley's going to be bothered if Lane picks up the first couple of points because he was down 8-0 to
8-0.
start that
He
game.
sure was.
Up. And nothing again.
There's a big old nothing.
I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed. Riley is throwing really, really well. And he told me earlier, you didn't pick me. And you know what I told him? Prove me wrong.
me wrong.
And guess what? He's well on his way.
Yep. I would tell you there's nothing that this portion of the demographic in our sport loves better than exactly that.
That's
Proving
right.
Our portion of the demographic
That's right. That's right.
wrong. But yeah, the deliberate nature of the way they throw and just the power, and that's the other
Yeah.
thing that's so crazy is, you saw a little bit more of a loft, both in how about that? What a shot! What a great airmail off the left side of the hole. But high on there's look at that just to clean it up,
Clean that mess
Unbelievable.
completely up. Right there,
Unbelievable.
man.
Unbelievable. We
And
came in
that's-
there with the Swiffer and finished it off.
And that's such a gamble shot. And he
It really
didn't think
is.
twice about it.
No.
He could have went off the back, knocked them all in, give up 3 points.
Nope, didn't think about it at
Yeah.
all. He knew he had it. He was going to take it. Leaves them both on the goose egg. That's a mistake there from Riley, and just going to put one in
That's
between.
pretty.
It's a really nice bag. That's the
Yeah.
most loft we've seen on a bag from Lane all weekend. And we make mention of the weekend
Yeah.
tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow night, again, starting 7 o'clock Vegas time,
We'll
10
be-
o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back with singles and doubles action and anything else we can squeeze in here
Yeah.
on the Stadium Sports Network. Proud to bring you the American Cornhole Organization, Las Vegas Major. These guys just going to stack them up, and he's happy to give off 2. I don't know if he's happy to give them away, but
Yeah.
he just had to concede right there. Lane jumps out to a 2-0 lead, but as you mentioned, he was out to an 8-0
Yeah.
lead in that
No
first
lead
game.
safe. When Finn and Phil are on the microphone, no lead is ever safe.
And if I'm not mistaken, that game ended 20-8.
Yeah,
So
it
it
did.
started 8-0, ended 20-8. So we'll see just how much more jockeying we see on the scoreboard here. And again, Scoreholio taking care of making sure
Yeah.
you can see the score updated at home, and a great way to run a tournament.
Yeah.
It really, really increases the efficiency of the ability to get through a bracket or multiple brackets as big as we've had here this week in Vegas, Phil.
And what a great job, Chris Clark. I got to go ahead and mention
Chris Clark,
Chris
April
Clark,
Clemens,
April Clemens, Tina Candler, all those people over there running these
the whole
tournaments.
Vegas crew here,
Yeah.
Hubbard and his crew. We had
Absolutely.
Tim Burnett, William Howell, a lot of them you'll hear in the background here. So many
Yeah.
people behind the scenes making this happen, but none of it happens for you on Stadium if it's not for our man, Eric Heinerman.
That's
who
right, buddy.
has yet to receive a nickname because we're afraid that at any given moment he may just take a swing at you for a nickname.
The first professional cornhole player I ever played.
Is that right?
That's right.
Is that right?
First one I ever saw.
And how bad did you lose?
I think I beat him 21-10.
I would- I would-
He's over
Hey,
shaking his head.
Yeah, I'm sitting between the two of you now. I don't want to get in the middle of that. Can you somebody get Shredder over here to
Yeah.
defend my honor? All right, so these
Nice.
guys going to stack him up. He's going to have to come up and over, and he's going to give it a shot.
Yeah, he's
and
got
off the
2
back.
off.
So
That's going to be 4.
that's going to be a 4 spot. And just as quickly as we were
Yeah.
off to an 8-0 lead in game 1, we're off to a 10-0 lead from Cruse over Brewster. Brewster the Rooster.
I'm kicking. I'm seeing old Brock Beasley sitting over there.
With his pizza?
Yeah. Him and Lane, big buddies. He got a big pizza about the size of him.
Well,
Just
I'm not gonna mention anything, but I ate that same pizza earlier, and it was fit in the size of my hand. Brock Beasley is a young man who is slight in build.
Yeah.
But again, I talked about this a little bit ago. The power. Oh boy, and that's gonna have to fall. But the power these guys generate with, it's all in that motion and in that release because they're not bodybuilders. They're not built like swimmers. They don't have the giant shoulders or any of that. They're all slightly built guys, and the young women play the same way. Boy, there's a little opportunity missed right there off the side of the board.
I think that might be 3 more for Lane, or it could be 1 for Riley.
Yeah, I think he's going to finally put the penny on the board right there, and it was that bag off the side of the board there just at the end. So these guys are going to battle it out here on these first couple of pitches.
There's that roll.
Oh,
with
and
the
there
Viper.
it is.
You
That's
know how hard it is to roll.
Roll a Viper.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, he did it perfectly, and that's that's the beginning of a.
Oh, how about that shot?
How about that?
Yeah. That's why I love these juniors.
Yeah, fearless, just fearless.
There it is.
Now we'll see an empty board before all is said and done here. Oh no, we won't. I thought for sure that was going to take in that final bag, but all of that, and again, a lot of nothing comes from a lot of something.
That's a perfect time to lay up right there. No, there's no sense trying to push through that bag.
No, not with a 10-1 lead.
No.
Riley holds the bag. He still has that first bag advantage. He's going to go ahead and drain it and force Lane to follow suit.
Riley is throwing right in the hole.
Again, came out of the elimination bracket and took game 1. He has to double dip Lane in order to take this juniors championship. Won that first game 20-8.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a big mistake. And I'm thinking Riley may be struggling with that carpet right there.
We want to get an official out there to straighten that out.
Somebody might need to get Frank to straighten that carpet out right there, because I think it might have affected Riley shot. And that's a 5 spot in the middle of this game. That's, it's a big round.
A little bit of carpet creep right there. 15-1 is the score. Again, the number 5 seed Lane Cruse over the number 4 seed running out of the blue lane. The higher seed.
And Lane is really locked in now. He's been right down the middle these last few rounds. I'm glad I didn't jinx him.
Mm-hmm.
Step out, see if he can get around that bag.
Lots to get to before all is said and done here from the Paradise Ballroom at the Westgate Resort and Spa. We're going to have our women's elimination final and our women's final here after we take a break here on the Stadium Sports Network. And then when we come back, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Here's one. He tried to shoot that one, and he got over and just bounced off the back of the board. A little bit, I think it was a little bit stronger than he even thought there, but he's going to go ahead and sacrifice just another single.
This one, and that's what I told you. Hardly any risk at all to take that shot, only giving up 1 point.
Not at all. Now, we will come back and have a little bit of fun with our friends from Hampton Farms.
Yeah.
Hampton Farms, the Big Blind Draw. They sponsor our Big Blind Draw. We had the finals a little bit earlier on the ACO Digital Network, and the results for that were Blake Karnick and Nick Renovitz over Doug Parker and Brock Beasley. That was the Hampton Farms Big Blind Draw. But we have the Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge coming up after the break.
We've been having some fun with that.
That's a lot of fun.
A lot of laughs.
If you don't know what it is, it's exactly what it sounds like. That was a nice bag right there by Riley Brewster, and he's going to pick up a couple there. That's nicely done.
That's 4.
A 4 spot after some really, really good bags there on bags 3 and 4.
Let's shout out to Lane's daddy, Michael Cruse. I know he's tuning in watching. One of Lane's biggest supporters. He wasn't able to come this weekend.
One of the other things, too, that's worth mentioning, we talk about players, because we have players in from double-digit states in for almost every single major that we have, no matter the city. There's a dead bag right there. Going to have to rake that. Somebody's going to need to get in there and rake it.
We're going to have to get Frank.
Yeah, Frank's going to have to start paying a little more attention as the lead official.
Yeah. You got it. I got it.
But he's off conducting some sort of business somewhere.
Secret mission.
Yep.
Hanging out with none other than Rich Powell.
Rich Pyle. He and Tracy Pyle, the co-creators and hosts of Whole Nation. They've been here getting lots of great stuff. You'll see Whole Nation premiere typically on a Wednesday night at AmericanCornhole.com and on their site as well on our Facebook page.
And Lane just looked over at me. He wanted that roll bag bad.
And it just kind of sat down.
Yeah, he looked over at me and smiled. He knew he threw it good. It just didn't roll.
Oh, he's just going to lay low.
Yeah, he's going to take the penny.
Just going to lay low and take that single, move a 15 off to a 16. And
one step closer to his second major championship in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In Ann Arbor, Michigan last week.
Absolutely.
Took the juniors championship there.
Another loaded field, too. These juniors, these fields are filled with great junior players. So, as Lane is trying to get right back down the middle. Las Vegas, Nevada. Man.
No better weekend to be. I would say if we were here last weekend, this room would not have probably been available based on it being a Selection Sunday moving into the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. But Sweet 16 weekend, good time to be here. We saw some interesting results earlier today on the hardwood. Now out here on hardwood of our own. But, boy, congratulations to St. Peter's, the Peacocks, over top of the Boilermakers by 3 to advance to the Elite 8. First time a 15 seed has ever done that. So congratulations to St. Peter's. Those guys starting out by beating Kentucky, which as far as I was concerned, that was the end of the tournament for me. I was good to go.
None of my Kentucky buddies are liking us talking about that right now.
No, they are not. But, boy, I'll tell you something. Arkansas, what a great win there. And, we saw Houston last night with a big win. And, to see only one number 1 seed still sitting in the tournament. These guys continue just to battle back and forth. And this game has slowed down from a score. Well, this is exactly how we saw the pace of the first game.
That's right. Went fast and
with
then
these
slow.
two, and then it slowed down. And the next thing you know, an 8-0 lead from Lane Cruse turned into a 21-8 loss to Riley Brewster. So if Riley wins this game, he becomes the champion of our juniors division here in Las Vegas. And again,
he proves me wrong.
A great weekend, and again tonight and tomorrow night, great cornhole action again tomorrow night starting at 7 Vegas time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that will be some high-level competition as well.
What are we on, Pacific time?
We are on Pacific time, and I don't know if it's because of the time change. For whatever reason, I've felt like there's a big dog pile there to the left that we were 2 hours different from Vegas on the East Coast, but it may have something to do with the thing that I've never understood, daylight savings time. Don't understand it, don't know the need for it anymore. Oh boy, and that
you don't have to worry about it anymore after in 2023.
Well, it just depends on the state. I think they're going state by state with some of these decisions, and it is interesting. You always heard that myth propagated that it had to do with farmers and everything else, and then you go ask any farmer, and they said that's nonsense. It has nothing to do. In fact, we work by the sun. We don't. The animals work by the sun. They don't work by the clock.
That's right.
And it ends up being more problem than it's worth for farmers. So whoever told you it was because of the farmers, they didn't know what they were talking about.
My son is a farmer down in Mississippi, and he enjoys all the sunlight that he can get.
Take it all. Take it all. Well, and it has everything to do with when the cows are able to produce milk and when they're able to deliver it.
That's to get around.
Yep, good bag right there.
Yeah, see if he can do it again. He can grab 2 points out of this with the same shot.
Well, he's got that thumb grip on it. Oh, and he does it. How about that? Nicely done. Now, did you see the thumb? He didn't have the thumb in the middle of the bag. He had it kind of pushed into the side of the bag, and that was what gave it that little bit of get around that he needed. And 2 times in a row, like you said, that's a lot of practice right there.
That was a great 2 great shots. I started to say great 2 shots. I just got excited.
He's cut that lead down to 8.
Yep.
Very similar to what we saw in game 1.
And it's all of a sudden become hard for Lane to grab any points. You know,
When he took a lot of chances when he was up 10-1, kind of off the backside of the board there, and he even looked over here at you as if to say, boy, I thought I had that one. But since then, it's really been all about Brewster, the ability to convert his shots like that one right there.
I think Lane just goes in and doesn't worry about that.
Use his as a little bit of an opportunity to carry him off right to left and take the center, but that's going to cost him.
Yeah. And that's one of those times.
A couple.
That's one of those times where you just go ahead and put it in the hole and don't mess with that bag you got over there and give up a 4 or a 5 if you go off the board.
Yeah, we saw him earlier in the frame push one off to the right-hand side of the board, and that didn't do him any favors at all. He's wiping a little sweat from the brow underneath that glorious mop of hair.
It'd be nice to have that much hair. It'd be nice to have that much hair.
Oh, I've got that much hair. It's just not on my head.
Hair's overrated anyway.
I used to have hair down to my you-know-what, but it's I cut it all off and donated it until they said, none of these kids want gray wigs, so you can stop doing that if you'd like. But
this could be another big round
be
for
another
Riley.
one right there. And he gets it up and around. Nicely done. What a great shot.
I think he can get 2 of these bags with the one he's
He's
throwing.
going to come in hot.
He did.
Look at that. He collects.
Just and save
Collects
a big
two.
round.
Yeah, he does, but he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was going. He knew what he was going to throw the moment that Riley's bag landed on the board, and that is, I mean, as deliberate as we watched Schrader earlier in the seniors match about step away, think. It's just pretty amazing that these guys can just fire with such instinct.
Those little brains know what they're going to do, and I'm not saying that in slighting them. That's a compliment.
Well, I think they don't overthink anything, and that is a great attribute to have.
And Riley is all of a sudden on fire.
Yeah, he really has dialed into the center of the board, and Lane's going to finish there. Nice 8-bagger there.
Hey, there we go.
Couple taters exchanged on the way down.
And that 8-bag freeway, baby.
Right down Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yes, sir. It's pretty. We've been seeing them blocks and all kind of crazy shots, and all of a sudden they just throw 4 bags in the hole like it's nothing.
Well, you know what? And the sad news is, as we watch, it is nothing for them.
Yep.
There's a lot more strategy that's been played than it looks like. But again, it goes back to what we talked about. It's not just about getting it in the hole, about keeping that other guy out. And to this point, Lane has done a better job of that in this game. But we saw Riley come back from 8-0 to win 21-8 in the first game. And now it just looks like it's going to be, let's see who makes the next mistake.
I don't think Riley's missed one in about 4 or 5 rounds. Look back on it.
From those get-around shots. Back around those get-around shots.
I don't think he's missed any.
Uh-oh. The speed bag retrieval might have just cost Lane
That's his throwing hand, too.
He's
laughing about it.
A little funny bone shot on the thumb.
And he's right down center again in a perfect spot. Man, he tried. Now, I don't know why he tried that. He could have stepped out and gone, and he tried some fancy shot because he wanted to leave Lane's bag in the position.
He did, but now he's got just a sliver of hope down the
Slick
center.
side
of those
right
two.
in between them. Right
Slick
here,
side down. There it is. Push him up in the middle. He got the first one, and this second one should follow suit. And
and that's one Lane would like to have back.
He would like to have that back because now Riley should be able to. He should be able. Well, the spin on his bag. His spin's clockwise. Yep.
And there it is.
Oh, and he gets it. He's able to use that bag that Lane left up there. How about that? He used Lane's bag against him right there with that spin.
And guess what, Finn? We are knotted at 16. It's just us, man.
Don't tell me it's going to be a 5-point game.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-point game.
A game to 5.
And I tell you, I'm liking the way Riley, he is just not missing.
Well, we've got lots of great action, not just here from the Las Vegas Major here at the Westgate, but we've got great stuff coming up with pro invitationals and one event that is just it's a one-of-a-kind event that we're going to do every year. How's that sound? We'll tell you more about that here coming up. But we've got some great pro invitationals, opportunities for you to join us in a very, very special location Boy, and I'll tell you what, just a little bit off center there for Riley, and that's going
Let's see if Lane can pick up 2 right here. It's been a while since he scored.
it's going to cost him a couple. I think Lane's got it dialed in, and he just leaves it laying there. He leaves the points on the board.
You just
literally.
cannot lead those in a 16-16 game in the way Riley's throwing.
Well, we had our seniors champion crowned a little while ago, Johnny Thomas, the Thief. We're going to crown a juniors champion here momentarily, but we're going to get back to the seniors. We're going to tell you about something very special that we are involved in with the World Senior Games. We'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a few moments. Also, a really cool pro invitational opportunity in a place you might like to join us if for no other reason, nostalgia, whether you're into cornhole or not. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So these guys continue to find that center of the board. There's a bag that gets stacked up just a touch there. Lane's able to lay up on top. Oh,
There it is, another mistake.
One in and one off, boy. I think he thought he was going to come in low and push them both in, and that.
Oh, and he gets a point.
He's able to salvage a point somehow out of that.
And you think about the last 2 rounds, the opportunities that Lane has had.
Yeah.
He would be staring at 19-16.
Yes, he would.
Instead, he's down a point, 17-16.
Yeah. And with that bag off the back, you think there's no way that that's going to work to his favor, and it certainly does. Before all said and done, he takes the first bag back. Is he just going to go ahead and just try to play straight down the center? It looks like he will. Well, it's a good block bag there. Move it off to the side. That's going to be a problem. Yep.
Yes, it is. And Lane's going to have to be very careful in this round right here.
Going to go in low and push again. Yep. Replacement bag.
Yep. And he just left the door open for Riley Brewster, and I'm going to have to eat crow if he comes over and talks to us again. It's like Johnny Thomas made me.
That's 4 on 2.
Oh, and he let him off.
5 on 2.
Yes, he let him off.
I don't know who Lane is talking to right now, but is he going to try to go in hard, or is he going to try to go over the top and shoot it? I mean, that line drive shoot is not probably the call.
That's
right
okay
here.
right there. I think he's all right with that.
5 on 3.
Yep.
All right.
Now, on the board, he only gives up 2.
6
If
on
he
3.
goes for anything, here, I think if I'm Lane, I go take a look down there and see if I got a shot.
6 on 4. He's going to lay low.
2.
Yep. He's going to give up the 2. He's going to go to 6 on 4, and he's going to give up the 2. 19-6, and we saw earlier in game 1 an 8-0 lead end up to be a 21-8 loss. Earlier we had a 10-0 lead here, and now we're looking at 19-16, the number 4 seed out of the blue lane, Riley Brewster, 19 over Michael Lane Cruse, the 5 seed coming into the juniors here in Las Vegas with a 16 spot on the board. Riley takes the first bag in hand, lays it up the middle, and it is in.
And Lane cannot make another mistake.
He should be able
Riley gave him a chance to make one anyway.
make the most out of that one there. Now is he just going to lay it in, or is he going to clean it up?
See, that might
He's
have
left
been
himself a tough spot right
That's
there.
okay. Not bad. Oh, and that's the best thing that could have happened to Lane Cruse. Now, he make him bump that bag in.
Coming in low and hard.
He did,
He
and
gets it
that's
in
4.
there. He's going to get it in there, and so 19-16 becomes 20-19.
And now, let's see who the nerves jumps on right here.
Oh boy!
And that's exactly what Lane Cruse needed, the way this game has gone.
He really
and in
did.
the first game. What a great game, man.
Well, at the end of this, we will have our winner over into the virtual booth with us here. You'll see in the background all sorts of action going on, and then we will have an opportunity to talk to
Perfect bag.
the winner of this game, who will be crowned our juniors champion here in the American Cornhole Organization.
And Lane's going to take a deep breath.
Vegas
He's going to make
Championship.
Riley think about that.
And Riley
these
is
guys,
thinking about it.
I mean, this is fun to watch right
tell you
here,
what.
Fred. These guys are playing a little gamesmanship.
I didn't realize this, but I've been on the edge of my seat for about the last 5
I
minutes
have
because my
too.
legs have started to go numb.
This is a great game.
It really is. Oh, he's going to lay
And,
low.
and that's perfect.
It's a really nice,
You could
nice
not
bag
ask
right
for
there.
a better bag in this situation.
He's forcing the forcing the defense on. They come in low and hot and lay one
Lane's
up.
okay with that.
That's all right.
Now Riley's going to try to get around right here, maybe.
He's got one underneath. Does Lane?
Nope.
No. He
And
wasn't able to
Lane
get
will
it
just
up there. He's just
make
gonna
him
lay it
make a
low.
shot, and that's what he's going to do.
He's going to have to do it.
Yep.
He's got to get this one in.
Now, if I'm Riley, I'll go down and take a look and see if I could get 2 bags out of this for the win.
He's going to go in low and hot.
Oh, and there
he lays
it is.
it low. He lays it low.
Yes, and what a great game.
And I'll tell you something. That was a fantastic couple of games from our juniors division. And we're going to have Lane Cruse come over and join us here in just a moment as he takes the purple jersey for the Las Vegas Championship. Nicely done. And I'll tell you something, boss. We first off, congratulations. Just a couple of quick things. I want to find out from you. Hang on for me for 1 second. All right. I just went over to check my stats. And what I found out was you went like this with your hair 17 times. So were you stressed? What was the deal? What was going on there? Because I saw you bang your knuckle down there. And I thought, uh-oh, that could get in your head. But, I mean, you seem like you had a lot swimming around in there.
Yeah. I went to reach for the bag, and there it was. I just hit the board.
Well, I tell you, we were laughing because the pace of play that you guys have is absolutely different than the seniors. And we've had that discussion before, but even the speed with which you get in there and get those bags out, it's almost like you have magnets on your hands. You want them out and you want to get going. So do you have a pace of play that you prefer? Because it looked like Riley was playing right along with you. There was no head gamesmanship there.
A lot of us juniors like to just go because if you wait until you throw, then you feel like you're going to lose the streak. So we just keep on going.
Now you grabbed a 4 spot coming back this way behind us.
Yeah.
In the round before the last.
Yes, sir.
And I know Riley had all the momentum there. He made a great push shot. What were you thinking when he had those 3 bags out there?
Well, I was hoping that if mine went in, that his didn't drop down, and that's what happened.
You got it to 20, and then you laid up and tried to make him make a shot in the last one. I know you hated to lay up because I saw you on his face when you threw it. It's always hard to lay up when you know you got a chance to win the game.
Yeah, I wish the bags were a little bit fatter because when I roll, half of the bags down here, half of the bags up here, so it won't flip over. It just stops right there.
Well, and I did notice, too, you had a couple of airmails somehow that went in this high off the ground. I don't know how you throw that because, to be honest, when you were going that direction, we had to go warn the people down there against the far wall that if you missed, that somebody was going to probably lose a limb as hard and fast as that comes in low. But you throw an airmail with almost no arch whatsoever that is very risky. Do you think about that risk in your head, or do you?
I just throw it.
You just throw it because you know it, so you throw it.
Yes.
Hey, back to back, brother.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Back to back.
Ann Arbor, Las Vegas, Nevada, congratulations. He's our juniors champion here in Las Vegas, the Westgate Resort and Spa. The American Cornhole organization is here for our major championship tonight and tomorrow night, and we will tell you more about what we've got going on here when we come back from a break here. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. This is our juniors champion. This is Lane, and you are going to get to know him over the coming few years, absolutely, both in juniors and beyond. Again, he's only got about 60 more years he can play, so you better get on board quickly. Phil Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. We are going to take a break, and we will be back with the Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge and our women's division, to where we will crown a champion from Las Vegas to Nevada here on the Stadium Sports Network.
ACO, we are cool.